This is a message to my black men and black women. Never, never let any other race try to hurt your people. Never.
Wow.
So we must start love one another.
I'd like to know when the white man wrote this book,
Stand up and fight.
what was his plan
Our might.
for writing this book?
Never let no one hurt my people.
Was he trying to tell the black people that his people are the people of the universe
And first woman. So don't
and his people are the God people? Because everything in this Bible,
you are the first man,
it pertaining
first woman.
to the people of Africa,
Listen, black man. Listen, black
but the icon of the Bible
first.
are white people.
We will be the lost. If there be a loss,
So how do the black men come to the conclusion
in the face of the earth.
that the word of the Bible are true?
Of the original,
Because they're all saying it right now.
and don't you forget, listen,
People that call themselves Canaanites, people that call themselves Israelite, people that call themselves Hebrew.
as we love
But the story was magical story,
the race, hurt
and it was not written down
our children,
in the form of this Bible.
our grandfathers, never, never let
It was written down and scrolled.
hurt your people. We got to stand up and fight. Fight with all your
Something like this scroll
Listen, as I said unto you,
with two handles on the side of it,
to start, fight for us.
made from the skin of the he lamb.
Don't let no other race kill our people.
And some become brittle because they dried out. So when you open them up,
Each other, black women,
part of them break away.
each other. Save the children. Listen what I'm saying.
So
Save the children.
some of the word have been missing.
Don't you let him
This would be the scroll,
move in
and when you open it up,
kill our people. No.
part of it will be breaking away because of brittles.
Listen to me, brothers and sisters.
So that word have been missing, or the letters
Has come
have been missing from the scroll.
the black man.
So how would they know what word were here?
The black man.
Because
Listen.
the people that write on the skins of the animals,
Don't you fool around.
they write
Homosexual.
from right
Fool around. With no lesbian.
to left.
That's not the way, black man. Come on, black man. Listen.
With no division
No hearts.
from right to left, with no division of the words.
Don't listen to those words.
So for you to read from the scroll, you have to be a very good reader, because the illustrator would not be the one that is reading. There's a special guy that reads. So reading magical scroll
Don't
from
let
right
anyone
to left
and tell you
with no division of the word.
who you are.
Then these Europeans,
You are the first man.
they took the scroll to Europe
Listen what I'm saying here. Listen, black
and
man.
they break the words down
We are the first. And we will
from
be
what
the
language it was into their language
and women to leave the
that
face of
they
the earth.
made up
Because
and wrote the book you call the Bible.
the original
This is
man.
one of the King James,
And don't you forget
and
this
this is one of
word,
the Catholics.
what I said unto you.
And the Catholics are the one that wrote one of these
We
Bible
must
first.
love each
And
other
it's totally read different from
as
this
we
book.
love
I
ourselves.
have two books here. I
Let
have
no
three books.
other race
And they're read three
hurt
different
any
ways.
one of us. Our children, our grandmothers,
So
our
now, you
grandfathers.
see this story
Never,
I've been
never let
tangled
no
up
other race hurt your
because this
people.
story was
Now you have
magical
to stand
story.
up and fight.
Not of
Fight
any
to the
white
Lord the
men die
Bible.
on a cross,
Listen, as I
or
said unto
not no
you,
white man is going to
the time
save you
has
and take you
come
to heaven.
for we to start fight
As
for
I
our
said,
people.
the word
Don't let
for
no other
heaven
race kill our people. Never, never,
is
never,
a
never.
European word that
That's
the
what I'm
white
saying to
man
you.
made up.
Black man, you gotta stop killing each
If
other.
you go to
White
Africa,
women,
they
you
don't
gotta
have the
stop
word
killing each other.
heaven.
Save the children.
They don't have the
Listen what
word
I'm saying.
Jesus.
Save the children
Well,
from
everybody's
sudden
using the word Jesus
destruction.
right now all over the world.
Don't you let any other race
But the point I'm
put
trying to make,
in our race,
there
kill
was
our people.
no
No.
word in
Kill our
Africa
brothers.
or
No.
name say
Listen to me,
heaven.
brothers and sisters.
Okay?
Listen carefully.
So the point what I'm making, the
The
white
time
man
has
is the
come
one that brought these into
for
existence,
the black
not
man
the black man.
to wake up, to realize
He brought the
who
word
he is.
Jesus. He brought
The
the
black
word
man,
God. He
time has
brought the
come.
word woman. He
Listen.
brought the word
Listen
man.
to me carefully.
He brought the
Don't
word
be fooling
angel.
around with no
He's the one that
homosexual.
brought those into
Don't you
existence by
fool
making
around
them up.
with no lesbian. That's
So
not
we,
the
the
way,
woolly
black
man, have a
man.
problem.
Come on, black man.
But by you can
Listen to
overstand,
me.
you get stuck.
Don't ask, don't tell. That's some bullshit. Don't
Those
listen to
words are
evil
not
words.
on the whole scroll.
Stay away from
The
uncleanness.
old scrolls that our
Keep it
grandfathers
under
made,
control.
you know, they still around. They got
Wash
them.
your feet.
But who have those scrolls?
Wipe the seat of the clean.
The white European have those scrolls. They're in London
Don't you play no game. Don't
and
you
they're
play
in
no game.
Rome.
Hey, hey.
The Catholic have those in their possession. Thousands and thousands of them.
Every day,
Let me give you one story.
people dying from starvation.
If I can. The Soviet government.
Said every day,
The Soviet government buy the scroll
my
from
people
the
dying
monks
from starvation.
of the land you call Israel.
Don't have no food to eat.
They bought the scroll from them. And then they sell them to the British government for hundreds and hundreds of pounds. The Soviet government.
Every day,
So you can look into that yourself.
starvation.
Those are not story made up.
I said
That's the real Mackay. Straight up.
people dying from starvation.
So what I'm saying, the white man is the one that fix your pathway for about God, Jesus, heaven, hell. He's the one that bring up all of that
Dying from
in your
starvation.
existence. So your mind becomes troubled
Every day
and
people are
scared
dying.
because he brought up a man called
I
God.
said every
He's going to
day.
burn you with fire,
Every day my people dying.
lightning and thunder, brimstone.
Don't have no food to eat.
And if you're not worthy enough,
People want to
he's going to give you to Satan. And Satan is going to burn you for 1,000 years. That's what in the Bible here. And after Satan burn you for 1,000 years, God is going to bring you back into flesh and give you back to Satan. And Satan going to burn you for another 1,000 years again. So you got to be scared and tremble. You got to tremble. Because that's what God's going to do with you. The merciful God, that's what he's going to do with mankind. Not the beast. Only mankind. And why he's going to do that to mankind? Because mankind break his laws and refuse to obey his will. But he know you before you were born. And he know you before he formed you into the womb of your mother. So that means he know what you are going to be. And he know how evil your heart was going to be. So now, what do you think about that? You think the God is a man that know it all, or the God is a spirit that know it all? Because he said he know you before you was born. Because he is the one that formed you in the womb of the mother. What do you think? That's some hogwash story. Straight up. So if he formed you before in the mother womb, he knows what you're going to be. And then he said he made you poor and he made some rich. So he's not just because he made some people poor and he made some people rich. So you can't fight him. What do you think, black man? Well, the preacher doesn't read those part of the Bible. You know why? Because they don't want to upset your mind. Your mind is going to be troubled. If I'm in the church and I read from the Bible and I said, God made some people poor and God made some people rich. And that is his will of making you that way. How would you feel when you are poor? Poor people cannot take care of themselves. Mean they don't have the means to maintain themselves. And God made you that way. He don't give you any means to maintain yourself. And that's why he said he made some people poor and he made some people rich. Do you fall for that in the tailpipe? If you do, send me an email. Nature does not make anyone rich, and nature doesn't make anyone poor. And this is the overstanding I will be giving you. All human beings born helpless. We are the only creature that born helpless. And if you cannot understand what I'm saying, case closed. When the chicken came out of the eggs and dried itself off, it can find its own food immediately. Before it completely dried itself, it tried to pick to find food. Also the animals. When a human being born from the mother, or the mother give birth to the child, it helpless, it cannot move. It cannot find the food. You have to put it to the breast. The mother put it to the breast, or you put a bottle in the mouth. It cannot talk. It cannot hear. It cannot walk. It cannot see. So all human beings born helpless. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I can't help you. So don't come up and think you're the smartest of all things. You're not. Every creature of their way of doing their doing. The birds, the cow, the goat, the sheep, the rabbit, the fowls of the air, they all have their own doing, of doing their doing to survive. And you don't need to teach them how to survive. They already have that ability. The only creature does not have the ability when they're born is the human. You have to nourish that infant that just came out of the womb until it reaches maturity. Then it has the ability to sustain itself. If it lack of that ability to sustain itself, it will be like that forever. So there is no spirit that gave you that ability for you to be poor and some to be rich. There's a man in the sky going to do that. There's a man over yonder. The child that's born with a special ability that cannot function properly, that's it. It's useless. So the mother or the guardian have to take care of that special need child. Down syndrome. Cannot function properly. And that's how it is in life. There's a man out there in the sky going to come and bring that Down syndrome child back to the right way like me and you. No, he born like that. He's going to remain that way. Science can't bring him back. And science will be bringing back all these Down syndrome. Straight up. Special aid. You're born crippled. They don't bring you back. 1 foot. They can't make another foot. They give you artificial. That's not the real thing. So what I'm saying to black men, we got to stop waste time and start think the right way. This book has been written by the white men in the past. 10. And they wrote it their way. But it's our story, they changed around. And if you don't believe or you don't think that is our story they changed around, give me an email and watch the next show. Respect, black man.